Hello everybody and welcome back to another tutorial. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to do an even count peyote stitch cuff. Now I have two here. I have this one that I actually just made a YouTube short on, a cosmic brownie themed cuff. And here I have just like a plain rainbow diagonal swirl moment going on. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to do just a simple 4-layer. You can use whatever colors you'd like. For me today, I'm going to be using 3. And you can also make your cuff as long as you'd like, as long as it ends on an even number. Now for this project, I'll be using a 1mm stretch cord. As per usual, this is what I recommend, but if all you have is a clear elastic, that is totally okay. Just know that it might not hold its shape as well, and it's more susceptible to dry rotting in the future. Now, normally when I do candy cuff tutorials, I do not give measurements on string just because everyone's wrist and their bead choice will be different. I will say measure with your heart. You can always tie on more string if needed. Now the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my string in half just like this. Now if you've done a flat peyote charm before or a tubular peyote cuff, this is going to feel really familiar. Now to get started, I'm going to add one color on one side, another color on the other. So for me, I'm going to do pink, white, and then I'm also going to be doing yellow for this as well. Going down the center of my string, I'm going to be adding a white bead. On one side of my string, for me, that'll be the side that has the pink on it. I'm going to be adding the white. And on the other side of the string, I'm starting with a new color, and I'll be adding on yellow. And now going down the center of my cuff, I'll be adding on a yellow bead. Now this is what I'm looking like so far. Again, you can do any color combination you'd like, or as many beads, and you can make this as tall as you'd like, but for me today, I'm just going to be doing these 3 colors in a similar swirly pattern to this one. Now, I'm going to take one side of my string and I'm going to pull. Just one. And once we get to the bottom like this, I'm just going to pull this down a bit. Then, on the smaller side of the string that we had left, I'm going to leave off to the side. Now, if you have a clip, I would recommend clipping it just like that. If you do not, it is okay. Now, getting started on this cuff, I'm going to be starting with my pink going this way. So I'm going to be going in this direction. To get started on this, I'm going to go ahead and start with a white bead, adding it on my string. And I'm going to go down to this white bead that is sticking out right here, and I'm going to pull. Now the beginning of these are always a pain in the butt, in my opinion. So it can take some finessing to get it started, but once you get started, it'll be a lot easier. Now the next bead I'm going to add on is a pink bead. And I'm going to weave that down into the pink bead just like this. And I'm going to pull. Now, when I'm pulling it tight, but I'm not pulling it too tight. If I pull this too tight, then I'm not going to be able to get it on and off my wrist, but if I'm pulling it too loose, it's not going to hold its shape. Now, there is no physical way that I can tell you how tightly to pull your string. It just takes time and practice. Now, for my next color, I have a white, a pink, so I'm going to start with my next color of the pattern, and I'm going to add on a yellow. And I'm going to weave it up. Now my string is sticking out of a pink bead. The next bead I'm going to add is a pink bead, and I'm going to weave it through that white one, and I'm going to pull. And as you can see, you can kind of see that little diagonal pattern start to form. Now the next color in this pattern is going to be pink. So I'm going to add a pink bead onto my string, and I'm going to weave it back down into that pink bead and pull. Now the bead that is directly underneath of us is yellow. So when I'm going down, I'm focusing on the bead that is right below us. So for me, it's yellow. So I'm going to add on a yellow bead, and I'm going to weave it through that yellow, and I'm going to pull. And if you are following along with this little swirly pattern, this is how we're going to continue it throughout the rest of the cuff. So the next bead in my pattern is going to be white. So I'm going to add on a white bead. My string is sticking out of the yellow, so I'll add on a yellow bead. And of course, the next bead in this pattern is going to be yellow. All right, the bead below me is going to be a white bead, so I'm going to go ahead and add a white bead onto my string, and I'm going to pull. The next bead of my pattern is going to be a pink, so I'm going to add on a pink bead and I'm going to pull. My string is sticking out of a white bead, so I'm going to add a white bead onto my string, weave it through that yellow, and I'm going to pull. The next bead in my pattern is going to be a white. I'm going to add a white bead onto my string, weave it down into that white bead, and I'm going to pull. The bead below me is going to be pink, so I'm going to add a pink bead on and weave it down. I'm going to add on a yellow bead onto my string, weave it up through that pink bead, and I'm going to pull. I'm currently sticking out of a pink bead, so I'm going to add a pink bead onto my string and I'm going to pull. The next bead of my pattern is going to be pink. I'm going to add a pink bead onto my string and weave it down and pull. The bead below me is going to be a yellow bead. I'm going to add on a yellow bead and pull. Now we are going to continue this pattern going all the way down until the cuff feels comfortable around our wrist. Now, if you are following along with this pattern, your cuff needs to end looking like this. I'm going to leave this screenshot up on the screen for you so you can follow along, and that way you have an exact idea of where your patterns should align. And I'm going to go ahead and film myself building the rest of this cuff so that way you can follow along if you need to. All right, I'm chiming back in here. It looks like I have reached a comfortable point. So if you still have not completed your pattern, you are more than welcome to go ahead and pause and then play once you are ready again. Alrighty, now, once we have folded in our cuff and our pattern aligns, and it should fit together just like a big old puzzle piece, right? Either side of the string, it doesn't matter. I'm going to take either top or bottom of the string, and I'm gonna go jump right next to the bead that is right next to it, and I'm gonna pull. And this is gonna be like lacing up a corset almost. Now the next bead that is sticking up for me is going to be this yellow bead. So I'm gonna go from this pink bead over to this yellow bead. So all the beads that are standing up. And my next bead that is standing up from across us is going to be that yellow bead. So I'm gonna go ahead and weave my string over into that yellow bead. And then I'm gonna weave over to the next up bead, which is going to be that clear one. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take my two tails and tie them together. And I'm gonna go ahead and take my scissors and cut off the two tails. And I'm gonna go ahead, take my finger, I'm gonna slip that knot into there, and look at how cute it is. And these beads are super fun because they are glow in the dark. These are some of my favorite things to make. They're great for bases for your rotating cuffs. And they are awesome to trade. People always love receiving these. They are just so simple, but yet so effective. Alrighty, my friends, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helping anyone who is looking to learn how to make an even count peyote cuff. I'm gonna go ahead and put my email up here on the screen. Sometimes you guys like to send me pictures of the things you make when using my tutorials, and I like to put them at the end card of the videos. If you guys have any questions, comments, or feedback, please leave them in the comment section below. Your feedback really does help this channel grow. Alrighty, my friends, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Bye-bye!